Okay, I'm making this video because I don't know how to respond to comments in video form like you're supposed to be able to do on TikTok. And I'm responding to Miss You Bretta Believe It. And I'm not going to be nasty or anything. This is all, out of all respect, okay? But she's responding to my video where I was putting the full context where Charlie Kirk was talking about empathy, because the left is running around misquoting him, saying that the guy lacks empathy and he doesn't believe you should have empathy. So I put out a video showing that clip.
The new communication strategy is not to do what Bill Clinton used to do, where he would say, I feel your pain. Instead, it is to say, you're actually not in pain. So let's just, very short clip. Bill Clinton in the 1990s, it was all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that it does a lot of damage, but it is very effective when it comes to politics. Sympathy I prefer more than empathy. That's a separate topic for a different time.
And people have a right to their opinion, but if you're going to be misleading and you're going to try to debunk things that you know are, in its wrong context, for my viewers, I want to clear that up for them. I'm not telling you guys who don't like us to watch. This isn't for you guys. But here goes what she says. She says, it does still perpetuate the idea that people should not be empathetic, which is wrong. There's a clear difference between sympathy and empathy, and Charlie Kirk knew that. Unless you, for some reason, think he's stupid and can't open up a dictionary, he was just using that as a way to perpetuate his evil, because he knows if people actually feel empathetic, his worldview shuts down, which is absolute nonsense. So me just knowing what these two terms mean, I respond. I say, no, empathy means you actually went through something that someone is going through, right? Am I right? So by experience, you are able to sympathize. And sympathy is feeling bad for people you can't empathize with, meaning I didn't go through it, but I feel for you because I feel like I'm more fortunate than you to not have to go through that. But if I empathize with you, that means I went through that and I got experience for that. So I could talk about that. You know what I mean? Dude, this lady responded to me, said, here's that dictionary for ya, and puts the definition, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. You know what share means? It means we both got a piece of this. Okay, that means I went through it and you went through it. We share that. Okay, not trying to be an asshole, but man, come on now. You just proved me right. And she went even further. Empathy is feeling with someone, especially their emotions, as if they were your own. There's that sharing again. As if they were my own because I went through it. While sympathy is feeling for someone, expressing concern or pity for their misfortune without sharing their emotional experience. Dude, I just said this. Okay? I literally just said this. This is what I'm saying. You guys gotta stop trying to prove people wrong all the time and actually just look at what you're saying. Dude, the guy did not mean it the way you wish he meant it, because you got your little fucking pitchforks out right now. Okay, stop lying on people. Start questioning the people that are actually pushing this misquote, and ask them why didn't you put this out in full context? Why are you taking what he's saying grossly out of context? Why? The whole thing with the left over there right now, their problem is if you don't agree with them, they take that to the extreme and say, no, they don't just disagree, they hate me. If you don't look at life the way I look at it, that means you hate me. Dude, that is not what it is. There's people, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't even eat bad, right? I don't agree with people who do all that stuff. Does that mean I hate them? No, I actually empathize with them because I used to do all that shit. Okay?
So I do not have hate for a group. I do not have hate for a people.
So I can get it on my camera.
Don't worry, we got plenty of cameras, but yeah.
But yes, so you do not hate the LGBT community, and Turning Point is not against LGBT.
No, how could I hate that which I have a heart for?
Thank you.
And I might not agree at that for some of the lifestyle choices that some people make, but of course not. And if someone said, Charlie, what's your view on marriage? I say, I believe marriage is between one man and one woman. But if you ask me, what do I have hate in my heart for somebody that doesn't choose the lifestyle that I believe that God laid out in the scriptures? Of course not.
Okay, so Miss Bretta, you're wrong. Okay, and I respect your opinion because I feel like you really just accidentally, wasn't reading good enough there, or you're just You know, sometimes, dude, I understand what it's like to think the opposite of people. When you really feel like you're fighting for the greater good and you're really indoctrinated that way, you're not going to give up on your side very easily. And I respect that about you guys, is that you really do feel like you're fighting systemic oppression. Me, I used to think like that too. Okay, until I started looking into shit. I thought like that before I even knew politics though. When I started looking into a lot of the tactics from the left and the Democrats, and they were posting out half-assed quotes about Donald Trump and shit, and then I seen the full quotes, and I was like, well, why would they do that? Then I started learning what they do. Excuse my almost language there. I started learning what they're doing. Okay, this is no different. They're purposely pushing out a half-assed quote to make this guy seem like he said he doesn't have empathy in the context you're saying it as. No, the guy's talking about these political figures that claim they understand what you're going through. They don't understand what you're going through. They grew up, they had their first Ferrari when they were 3, okay? They don't understand you. They can't empathize with you. And they are really behind lowering the frequency and the IQ of this community, of this country. So they have to act like your friend. They have to act like they understand. Because if they didn't, you're going to figure out they aren't your friend. And then bad things are going to happen. And remember, I'm not pushing this on to nobody. Okay, and why would I have to say something like that? Because most people who got an agenda or propaganda, they want the other side to see or hear what they're saying. I don't care who's watching this video. This is really for my people. Okay, so the people over here trying to debunk what I'm saying, maybe that's their intentions, but that's not my intentions. So just to clear that up. But these people that are pushing leftism and all that ideology high in the government, they can't empathize with you. They're pushing that for a reason, because they're really trying to lower the IQ of this damn country. That's all this man is saying. Okay, yes, sympathize is the better word to use when it comes to that. Okay, but yeah, for people that's watching this, let me know what y'all think in the comments. This Crucial Ain't Woke. I'm up. Peace, love, 13.
We do have vampires around us. Crucial 13, that's what's up. Shout out to you.
I feel like every time Crucial ever talked, they was making mad sense. Get Crucial.
I'm hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this. Look at it. This is the city I'm in right now.